Andrew Har, Bloomberg News file photo, about the best possible defense Scott Pruitt could put forward at this point is that all of these staffers are forming something of a deep state conspiracy to take him down, just as Trump has alleged of his own appointees at the Justice Department. By Aaron Blake, Washington Post. Perhaps no scandal has so consistently and thoroughly dogged the Trump administration like that of Environmental Protection Agency Administrator Scott Pruitt. And perhaps no scandal is as perfectly at home in the Trump administration. The sheer magnitude of the scandal is one thing. Pruitt now faces more than a dozen separate investigations, but perhaps more telling is where it's emanating from: the administration's own political appointees at the EPA. About the best possible defense Pruitt could put forward at this point is that all of these staffers are forming something of a deep state conspiracy to take him down, just as Trump has alleged of his own appointees at the Justice Department. Ad choice advertising and read invented by Teeds. The most recent news on the Pruitt front comes courtesy of the Washington Post's Brady Dennis, Josh Dawsey and Juliet Alperin, who write, two of Scott Pruitt's top aides provided fresh details to congressional investigators in recent days about some of his most controversial spending and management decisions, including his push to find a six-figure job for his wife at a politically connected group, enlist staffers in performing personal tasks and seek high-end travel despite aides' objections. The Trump administration appointees described an administrator who sought a salary that topped $200,000 for his wife and accepted help from a subordinate in the job search, requested aid from senior EPA officials in a dispute with a Washington landlord, and disregarded concerns about his first-class travel. The interviews conducted by staffers for the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee late last week shed new light on the EPA administrator's willingness to leverage his position for his personal benefit and to ignore warnings even from allies about potential ethical issues, according to three individuals familiar with the sessions, who spoke on the condition of anonymity because of the sensitivity of the ongoing investigation. What's most notable here is that neither of these staffers are publicly denouncing Pruitt. Ryan Jackson, for instance, remains as Pruitt's chief of staff, but per the Post's reporting, the last week he confirmed helping Pruitt obtain a controversial home rental from a lobbyist and said he raised concerns about Pruitt's routine first-class travel. Samantha Dravis, also a key Pruitt ally, has in the past disputed some of the allegations against Pruitt. Even they have now filled out the picture of potential ethical lapses and wrongdoing. Other aides who have testified about such things include Kevin Chmielewski, Pruitt's whistleblowing former deputy chief of staff, and Millen Hupp, his former director of scheduling and advance. Pruitt previously offered perhaps the only defense he could, saying such stories were either fiction or embellishments. Much of what has been targeted toward me and my team has been half-truths, or at best stories that have been so twisted they do not resemble reality, he said in April. Pruitt has not spoken much of his situation since then. But last week, Senator James M. Inhofe, Ocala, a Pruitt ally, reversed his previously voiced concerns about the steady drip of accusations and declared them all to be outrageous lies. However, mounting a defense becomes more and more difficult, for it is Pruitt's own staffers, most of whom he handpicked, that are lodging the accusations and confirming existing ones. And it's even more difficult when staffers who have defended him in the past are now the ones testifying under oath. Much like Trump, Pruitt seems to be banking on people throwing their hands up because of all the complicated machinations, or thinking this is just how business is done in Washington. Increasingly, though, that's going to require believing his own staff are out to get him. Given that, it's perhaps no wonder that Trump sympathizes with Pruitt and hasn't taxed him yet. AD Quality Auto 360p 720p 1080p. You might also like him. Jang Un may tour economic facilities in Singapore. Straits Times Anwar intervenes as tensions surface in PKR leadership. The new paper air conditioning now finally affordable thanks to newthingstoday.com. Only $78. Portable mini cold air conditioner. Cash on delivery. Wow Mall. Try new Similac with 2 FL plus nucleotides 2. Abbott family 1 o'clock. Toshiba is building a more connected world. Toshiba APAC. Tom Cruise's Scientology wife search. Reports have. MercuryNews.com. NBA free agency. Warriors reach out to Kevin Looney. MercuryNews.com. Polly Pruitt was Mark Harmon's pit bull. The reason. MercuryNews.com recommended by